Good evening to one and all. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all the teachers of philosophy and disciplines to be with us Sunday webinar to witness the philosophical programs of philosophy. I can see the faces of so many senior professors of our country, Madam Dr. Amita Valmiki, Professor Radhanath Behra sir, Professor Indra, uh, Madam Sravani, Professor philosophy to be with us. So I extend my express my best wishes to your friends of philosophy. Friends, today did Dr. to speak on today's platform, but because of some health issue, uh, and immediately Dr. host and decided to continue uh, in the absence of Dr. Srinivasan. Pramod Kumar is ready, is ever ready to speak on any topic when today Professor Dr. Pramod Kumar will speak on the topic philosophy of romanticism. Prior to webinar, Dr. Pramod Kumar has already his talk on the philosophy previous webinars. Dr. Pramod Kumar but now he's Department of Philosophy, Noyagada Autonomous College, Noyagada. And Dr. Das has a teaching experience of more than 30 years, government aided colleges of Odisha. And he has already conducted more than 500 webinars and many and more than hundreds number of physical seminars, philosophy and other spiritual affinity with different spiritual and intellectual of our state, where he has contributed a lot on different issues. And Professor Das has contributed more than platforms of our country. He has also been invited to different universities, country to talk on different fundamental philosophy. To his credits, he authored a couple of books on philosophical issues. He has edited more than 10 number of journals, and no, so it's not possible to explore the intellectual expressions of Dr. Das, and he has been very popular opening the philosophy family, where a, a lot of have been benefited by witnessing the highly philosophical and so today I welcome Professor Dr. Pramod Kumar comments his talk, and extend my welcome to Dr. Pramod Rao, the co-admin of philosophy family. So once again, I extend my warm wishes to all the students, teachers, And thanks so much. I request Professor Pramod Kumar to commence his speech on the scheduled topic, philosophy of romanticism. Welcome, Professor Das.
Thank you, Dr. Maharana, for your nice introduction. Respected Dr. Rao, respected Professor Amita Balmik Madam, Professor Ranjit Ghosh Sir, Radhanath Vera Sir, Sravani Madam, my friend Rabindra Pradhan, and my student Pragya and others. I shall do double work here. I shall speak and at the same time I shall join the members who will be joining. Once I had already delivered a talk on the topic Shankara as a romantic philosopher. In that talk, I had focused on the philosophy of Advaita Vedanta and the philosopher Adi Shankaracharya with relation to Romanticism. And the original thinker was Professor Hrudanand Rai, who had written a book on the same title, Shankara as a romantic philosopher. Today, I shall not limit my talk to Advaita Vedanta or to a particular philosopher, Adi Shankaracharya. I shall speak about the general tendency of a philosopher. I shall speak about the very motive of philosophy, the purpose of life, the goal of our knowledge. And we shall discuss Romanticism in a very wider perspective, broad perspective. So why Romanticism? Because it is a natural flow of human mind and heart. Romanticism is not an attempt. It is the natural flow of man. It is the natural understanding. It is the natural feeling. It is the realization of the self. All other aspects of human knowledge is academic. But Romanticism is not about something academic that we cannot teach it in the classroom or through any webinar session. We have to feel it. We have to feel romantic. It is a matter of a subjective experience. We cannot objectify it in scientific laboratory. We cannot make romanticism possible through logical arguments, through conceptual analysis, through rationalism, or through scientific materialism. It is impossible. So this is something about our inner reflection, inner mind, inner heart, purely subjective. It is individualistic. It speaks about individuality. It speaks about imagination than intellect. It speaks about emotion than reason. It is not about strict order like mechanism, mechanical order. As Immanuel Kant said, categorical imperative. Duty should be done for the sake of duty. It is not that. Romanticism is not that. Therefore, it is a revolution in the history It is a revolution after the age of enlightenment. So in the age of enlightenment, there was a great emphasis upon rationalism, and in the age of Renaissance, there was great emphasis on freedom. But Romanticism is a synthesis of both rationalism and freedom. That a that we can accommodate both rationalism and freedom in the pursuit of our wisdom, in the pursuit of our life experience. We can do the both. If we do not do that, then we suffer. Therefore, revolution comes. Therefore, revolution comes in a circle. If any discipline becomes too much, it revolution comes, and a change prevails in the psyche of a human mind, in the system of a society, in the philosophical systems also. We find revolution in the minds of philosophers. We find revolutions. So we can take two aspects. One is rationalism and the other is empiricism, so far as epistemology is concerned. As Descartes, Spinoza and Leibniz, they were rationalists. Locke, Berkeley, Hume, they were empiricists. And they were divided into two groups, two classes, two parts, claiming on reason and the other claiming on experience as the source of knowledge. Therefore, Immanuel Kant made a revolution by making a synthesis between rationalism and empiricism. Similarly, Romanticism is a synthesis between extreme form of rationalism and extreme form of scientific materialism. Because in either the extreme form, we miss mysticism. We miss something that is beyond our knowledge. We just reject logically, claiming that because it is not accessible to our human knowledge, therefore it should not be entertained. So whatever is not accessible to human reason, human rationality, or scientific experiment, that should be rejected. Man should not spoil. Therefore, Buddha remained silent about metaphysics. That we should not discuss about any metaphysical issues. We should focus on the current affairs, the reality. That may be relative. That may be relative. The reality may be relative, but that is the only reality that is available to us. So we should not concentrate on unnecessary issues like metaphysics. We also accept. Romanticism also accepts. Romanticism has no compulsion to believe or disbelieve in metaphysics. Romanticism has a free access to all isms. Yes, if everything is a flow, everything is a change, everything is continuing to change, it is also acceptable. And there are reasons to accept the flow, the changing aspect of reality. Similarly, there are reasons to accept the unchanging ultimate reality. We have to accept both. So that synthesis has been made in the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads. They accept both unmanifest and manifestation, accept both abhyakta and vyakta, unseen and seen, unverified and verifiable or verified experience, Jiva and Shiva, Jagat and Brahma. So we have to accept both. If we accept one aspect of reality, then we are one-sided, we are biased, we are not critical, we are not free. Therefore, we cannot enjoy. So romanticism gives importance to enjoy, joy. We have to enjoy. We have to enjoy what we know. We have to enjoy what we possess, and we have to enjoy what we um, what what we do not accept. We have to also enjoy that. That means there should be enjoyment in detachment. Tena tektena vanjita. Even we accept the principle of detachment, we should be detached happily. In the attachment, we should feel joy, we should feel happy. In detachment also, we have to feel happy. So happiness is the motto of life. It is not hedonistic happiness that you got something and you became happy. If you are happy because of any object or any subject or any success, then your mind is slave to that achievement. If that object is absent, if that subject is absent, if that achievement is no more, then you will become disappointed. So the starting point of being happy or being disappointed is the human mind. So we have to control our mind, we have to regulate our mind in such a flow that it should not be too much rational or too much scientific, too much materialistic, too much spiritual. We have to accommodate everything because life itself is a synthesis. How it is synthetic? Because we live in the empirical world. We live with the biological conditions. We live with the geographical conditions. We live with the natural laws. We live with the social norms. We live with the governance. We have to follow the rules of the state, constitution. By that way, we are our life is physical, our life is biological, our life is social. We are conditioned to our geographical area, geographical climate, and even culture, religion. We cannot avoid that. That is the physical aspect of our life. So many people misinterpret romanticism with biological romanticism, that I look handsome and she looks beautiful. So by going to beauty parlor or by redressing ourselves, by making ourselves handsome and beautiful, we claim that we are romantic. No, that is not romanticism. That is not the philosophy of romanticism. It is biological romanticism and it is a bias. The world is running after this type of a bias. Outer show, outer show. What you look, what you appear, that matters to the people who are biased with biological romanticism. Other aspects are there, I shall not focus. Even sex is also a matter. I shall not go to that topic. Other, your social name and fame, whatever we show up, our inner, our very low propensities, biological needs. If we try to understand romanticism through biological aspects, that is not the goal of my speech. But that fact is also necessary, that fact is also there. We should look decent, we should look handsome, we should have our makeup, but that is not the definition of romanticism. We should not define that by that way we can claim that we are romantic persons. Even not psychological romanticism. Psychological romanticism is also not accepted so far as philosophy of romanticism is concerned. What is psychological romanticism? That is attachment. That is moho, moho. I am psychologically attached to my family, to my wife, to my son, to my daughter, to my duty. It makes a sense. It appears that it is very good, but it has also a limitation. It is natural that every man should be attached to his family members, but that should not be our vasana. That should not be the bondage of our action, bondage of our attachment. Me and mine. I, sense of I and mine. I did this. I am so and so. My family, my son. If we understand romanticism in the sense of I and mine, then that is not the higher sense of romanticism. So here we shall focus on spiritual romanticism. What is that spiritual romanticism? We have to go beyond the limitations of our body and mind. We understand we have to live biologically. We understand that we have to live empirically. Our social relationships are necessary. We cannot avoid that. We cannot avoid scientific materialism. Food, shelter, all these clothes, these are necessary. We cannot avoid that. We cannot avoid psychological affinity, psychological attachment with anybody. We cannot avoid that. But that is not our life. That is living. That is living. We live according to our biological and psychological romanticism. But we have to culture spiritual romanticism. What is that? What is that spiritual romanticism? There is a very beautiful poem in Odia written by Radhanath Ray. ସୁନ୍ଦର ତୃପ୍ତିର ଅବସାଦ ନାହିଁ ଯେତେ ଦେଖୁଥିଲେ ନୂଆ ଦିଶୁଥାଏ. Exactly this expression is written by romantic poet John Keats. A thing of beauty is joy forever. Same thing. This is in Odia language, that is in English language. A thing of beauty is joy forever. Joy forever. That means joy will not be exhausted. Sundara truptira avasada nahi. That means the trupti, the satisfaction will never end. Unending satisfaction, unending fulfillment, unending enjoyment. That means a man should not feel bored with his friend or with his wife or with his family after long acquaintance or long period of relationship. No. Every moment the world will look fresh. Every moment everybody will look fresh to me. Sundara Truptira Abhasada nahi. It is not exhausted. It does not become Abhasada. It does not give me pain. It does not give me disappointed. I never feel bored. So here I adore the nature and I adore the society. I adore my friends. I adore my relations with a fresh mind. That means no hatred, no past history, no past hatred, even no past attachment. So our mind should be tuned with spiritual romanticism so that we can accept the world as it is. Here I can relate the philosophy of Buddhism, Pratitya Samutpada. Yes, if every moment is a new moment, so in every moment we should accept the world as fresh as it is possible. By that way, our mind will become stress-free. Our mind will be able to address the present moment. And what is the philosophy behind it? Because everything is Maya, everything is subject to change. Buddha's concept of impermanence is also hinting towards Maya, because everything is subject to change. If everything is, even the cells of our body are changed. In every 4 months, I am a new person. Every moment there is a change in cell, and in every 4 months, I am a new person. So science also admits the reality of a change. If everything is changing, then we should be ready to accept the fresh moment as fresh. We should not remember, we should not memorize the negative aspects of any relationship. or we should not be negative. We should not have a negative attitude towards politics, towards society, towards anybody else and anything else, towards any system. We should remain. That man can become romantic only if we are overloaded with anxieties, stress, unnecessary expectations. Then we cannot be romantic. Romantic means always we should have a free mind, and we should have a free pursuit of knowledge and happiness, and we should have a desire for perfection. If that is available with us, then we can have a little qualification to understand mysticism. Otherwise, we are blocked. Our mind is blocked. Our intelligence is covered, and our ignorance is projected. Therefore, we always prefer to remain with Maya, and we cannot cross Maya. We cannot go beyond Maya. So acceptance of reality as it is an indication towards spiritual romanticism, that we should accept it. We should accept the dialectical opposites. If I am praised, if I am appreciated, then I know the reality that I shall be hated, I shall be defamed. We have to know these two possibilities. Then we shall never be biased by or affected by any one possibility. That means neither I am affected by my appreciation nor by my defamation. That should be the human mind, and that mind can feel the joy. Therefore, three possibilities are discussed. One is the truth. The second is the knowledge of the truth. And the third is feeling of the truth. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means truth. Chit means knowing the truth. Ananda means living with truth. If you understand the truth, if you know the truth, then you have two gains. One is truth is knowable to you. You experienced the truth, but that is useless if you do not feel it, if you do not have ananda, if you do not enjoy that knowledge of truth. Many knowledgeable people are found arrogant. They spend their times with arguments and counter arguments. But arguments are taken very positively in Indian culture. Here there is no defeat, no winning factor between the contestant parties. Here argument is meant for the synthesis. The argument is meant for the beautiful conclusion. Here argument is meant for the knowledge, wisdom. So I may be defeated in any arguments, but truth should be established. This is romanticism. Suppose there is a quarrel between two friends or between husband and wife. Here nobody should wish that I shall win over the other. No. Rather the truth should be established. This is the appreciation for truth. This is how we can enjoy the truth. This is how we can cross the limitations and we can touch the mystical point. Mystical point means which can only be subjectively experienced, intuitively experienced, beyond conceptual analysis and scientific inquiry, scientific experimentation in the laboratory. So there are two types of people. Some claim that industrialization, material prosperity, good politics, good social living, these are the values of life. We do not deny that. These are very much necessary to live a very comfortable life. But this is mechanical only. This is not spiritual. This is not actual. This is mechanical. This is mathematical by principle. If you do something in mathematics, what we do not have any purpose. Whatever is in the premises, that is only found in the conclusion. We have no contribution. There is only an intellectual exercise of getting the conclusion out of the premises. In the logic also we do that. But human life is not like this. Even criticism should not be meant for the criticism only, without having any conclusion. Therefore, philosophy has no conclusion in that sense. But philosophy, all the contemporary Indian philosophers, right from Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi, Tagore, Radhakrishnan, Aurobindo, J. Krishnamurti, and others, they have emphasized upon the true purpose of philosophy. That purpose of philosophy is to live a peaceful life. Therefore, all of them have, including perhaps I missed Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi, they have given importance upon human life. So, apart from the metaphysical discussions, only academic discussions, as Buddha was not so much interested in a metaphysics. Similarly, all the contemporary philosophers, they have given emphasis upon the perfection in human life. How man can live a peaceful life. How human life will become practical. Therefore, Vivekananda spoke about practical Vedanta. Aurobindo spoke about the practical transformation of the human mind from the lower mind to the higher mind. Tagore spoke of man as Jivan Devata. Radhakrishnan spoke about religious experience. J. Krishnamurti spoke about formless reality, that man should not be biased by any form of thought. Mind should be thoughtless, mind should be meditative. So all these contemporary Indian philosophers, they have focused on the real purpose of human life and the practical aspect of human life. And that is bhava, that is rasa, that is ananda, that is peace. How? That is harmony, social harmony. That is individual experience. So community is all right, society is all right, but so far as darshan is concerned, it speaks about personal transformation. It speaks about our experience. So experiment and experience, there is a difference. It is experiential. Philosophy is experiential. Philosophy is very much rooted in the issues of human life, in the practical sense, not in the theoretical sense. So philosophy is not a doctrine. Philosophy is not an ism. Philosophy is a joy. Philosophy is meant for living our life. So how can we live a perfect life? We can live a perfect life. We take philosophy very seriously with accord to our practical life situations. The possibility of mind, the possibility of human joy, the possibility of self-realization, the possibility of self-respect, the possibility of a mutual respect. From that, Vivekananda spoke about universal religion. Secularism is also that. Mutual respect for each other. So that is spiritual romanticism, when we do not have, our mind is not biased by any ism, our mind is not biased by any criticism or any appreciation, raga and dvesa. Mind is free from both. So that mind is the Sthitaprajna mind, which is not biased by either attachment or distressed by detachment. Many people practice detachment, but after some days they become distressed because they cannot digest the flow of detachment. So we have to learn how can we experience ananda even in the state of detachment. And how can we practice detachment even in the highest peak of attachment? That is human possibility. It is not an animal possibility. This is human possibility. This is very much experienced and it is taught in the Bhagavad Gita. One aspect of romanticism is imagination. That our mind should be free to imagine. Intellect and imagination, vice versa. There is a difference. Mind is intellectual, it's all right. Rational mind it is intellectual. We intellectually try to interpret something, taking some concepts. But forget intellectualism. Just make your mind free to fly like a bird. You should fly. It should entertain any questions that come to mind. Why that mango fell down? Ah, imagine it. Why? Who am I? And this is the Indian tradition of a Guru Sishya Parampara. Here the teacher gives the scope to imagine, not to just delve into the depth of argumentation or intellectual discussion. No, you just imagine. I am giving one story from Chandogya Upanishad. There, there, Indra and Virochana both went to Prajapati, and they had their question in mind, very natural question, that who am I? Indra had his question, who am I? Being the god of, being the representative of all gods. And Birojan had also the same question, who am I? Being the representative of asuras, demons. Both went to Prajapati to get the answer, who am I? Here Prajapati did not give the ready-made answer. Prajapati gave both of them for their own reflection. That is how my mind flourishes, mind glows. That is how mind becomes mature. Mind does not get mature when we just follow our teacher, when we just follow the scripture. Mind becomes mature when we reflect upon the truth or reflect upon the sayings of our teachers or scriptures. That did Prajapati in the Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, thousands years ago. What Prajapati did? Prajapati showed them a mirror and asked both of them to look into that mirror. And then instructed, then advised them, you better know yourself, about yourself, looking through that mirror. So both of them looked at the mirror. Indra looked and Virochan also looked, and both of them went to their kingdoms. Virochan was happy that what I saw in the mirror, that was me. And what was that? Now that is my body. So I am my body. So he discussed, he propagated the philosophy of materialism. And he became the teacher of materialism. But Indra found the problem. He was troubled in the night when he saw a dream. That in dream, Indra saw that many demons are running after him and they are trying to kill him. And Indra is going outside the room, breaking the windows, etc., etc. He saw all this, what we generally saw our dreams. The next morning, when Indra wake up, he found himself sleeping on the bed as usual. But he thought of, then if I am this body and I am sleeping on my bed, then who was running through the windows and who was fearing, who was scared of? These questions disturbed Indra. Then he again went to Prajapati. Then he said that my past impression about myself is very much wrong, that I am not my body. If I were my body, I would not have be scared of the unnecessary happenings, because I was on my bed, I was sleeping. Then Indra said, what about Virochana? No, Virochana is satisfied. Virochana is satisfied that he is his body. Then Prajapati said to Indra, then you are a philosopher because you got a problem in your mind. You are not satisfied with the ready-made answer given by the teacher because you reflected upon that. Then also Prajapati did not give the ready-made answer. Then also Prajapati allowed Indra to reflect more upon who am I. Then, okay, now you think that you are your dream. Then also Indra went, then he found that in the dreamless sleep, even the dream is absent. So I am not my dream. Again he came to Prajapati and asked, no, I am also not my dream because I am in the dreamless sleep. There is no dream. So there is a contradiction. Then in this way the story went and Prajapati explained Indra that you are Brahman, you are self, you are not your body, you are not your dream, you are not your dreamless sleep, you are the ultimate consciousness. This is how teacher explains the student. So a good teacher should give spoke to the student to have his or her own reflection. You reflect upon and allow it. Good teachers should allow the teachers, students to ask questions. If today I am not prepared, I shall explain you tomorrow. There is no harm, but you also reflect upon it. So both teachers and students will reflect upon it. That is called manana. Sravana, the next step is manana. We should have manana. We should have a reflection. So this is an aspect of spiritual romanticism. I am giving a social example. Suppose we are doing our duties in family very meticulously, very sincerely. Family obligatory duties, social obligatory duties, religious obligatory duties. We are very much sincere and particular about it. But we never think about that. Suppose I am giving medicine to my wife as the husband of my, as the duty of a husband. But I don't have any manana. I don't have any reflection on that. I do not have any imagination. I do not have any emotion. But I am very much dutiful. So, so here, this spiritual romanticism is lacking. We should have a manana. Whatever whenever we listen something, when we have Sravana, after Sravana, we should have a manana. And manana has no limit. It can go this way, that way. And by that reflection, we can become a good thinker. So by reflection, a thinker becomes a good thinker. A thinker becomes a philosopher. So whenever we are dealing with our practical life in society, in our family, we should have a manana. We should think of each other. If there is thinking gap, manana gap between two persons, or between the person and the society and person and a nation, then that is not romanticism. That is simply mechanical duty you are doing for you because you have money and you are the guardian of the family and this is your social duty to do. Therefore, you are doing in the Immanuel Kant's sense. Duty should be done for the sake of duty. But we don't have compassion, as Buddha said. Compassion. Buddha is claiming that everything is a flow, everything is changing. But the moment it lasts, the moment it is lasting, the moment it is causing the next possibility, we should have compassion for it. We should have we should have fellow feeling. We should have love. We should feel it. Therefore, Sachidananda, if you know Sat, if you know that you have consciousness to know that truth, at the same time Feel that knowledge, feel that existence. You become that, you become happy. You feel like Brahman, you feel like Sachidananda. That feeling is missing in modern life. That feeling is missing in industrialization. I'm giving another example. Suppose we go with industrialization, we go with the modern civilization. At the same time, we are missing one thing, our affinity with nature, our love for nature, our love for jungle, our love for trees. Because at the cost of the nature, we are having industrialization and a modern civilization. So we should have both. We should have love for the nature, and the same time, to some extent, we need also industrialization and civilization. If we are extremely industrialist, or we are neglecting the nature, then that is not romanticism. We should love nature. Isavasam idam sarvam. And we are dependent upon the nature. We are nature dependent, but at the same time, we do not take care of the nature. Taking care with feelings is romanticism. We should take care. Whatever we give does not matter, but how we give, that matters. Therefore, Professor Hudananda Rai says very beautifully, whatever we have, that is our civilization, but what we are, that is our culture. So it is individual perspective. So here romanticism gives importance to imagination, and next to individual perspective, that I should be a good individual, then I shall become a good social being, political being, etc., etc. I shall become a part of any community. But first of all, I should be a good individual. Individual first, then society. Romanticism. A good individual will create a good community, because if all the individuals will become good, then they will have a very good community. That is the purpose for education. Why education is expanded? Because every individual need to be educated. Education is necessary for each individual. Similarly, peace is necessary for each individual, and that romantic flavor was reflected in the present scenario in West Bengal. That people are not worried about what this government or that government will do for us. They are worried about their own freedom, their own safety, their own prestige. When the life is questioned, then the life is addressed first. So that is the cry of human beings, that we need freedom. We need our life. We need safety. We don't want to live like a slave. But in other states, that is not the case. On the other states, these things are averagely managed. Then they think about other facilities. But what happened in West Bengal? In West Bengal, they are worried about their own safety of life, emotion of life, freedom of speech, freedom of thinking. Therefore, they wanted a change. So man does not want to be tethered. Tethered means to be chained, to be slaved, to be in bondage. Man wants freedom. So freedom was also there in the period of Renaissance, but that freedom is not romanticism. Freedom means you should be free from all the preoccupied thoughts, all the preoccupied genes. That you should be free from yourself also. That you then only you can accept everything. Then only you can enjoy everything. That freedom is taught to Arjuna by Lord Krishna. I taught you everything, all the 18 chapters. But as a student, you are absolutely free to accept me or reject me. And you do whatever you think right. This is the credit of a teacher. A teacher should not impose his teachings on this disciple. Because you have to reflect by yourself. Therefore, there is a very beautiful sloka in chapter 6, perhaps verse number 5. This, yourself is your enemy and yourself is your own friend. So love yourself, transform yourself, educate yourself, culture yourself. Then you will find the enemy in you and friendship in you. You are your friend and you are your enemy. So love yourself and love your mind, love your reflection, love to reflect upon the truth. Don't become a follower. I have many times I have said a philosopher should not be a follower. A philosopher should have reflection, self-reflection, self-realization of the truth. This is the beauty. Therefore, whenever we discuss about jnana and karma, there is a discussion about bhakti. This is the indication of romanticism. In the Bhagavad Gita, we discuss about jnana yoga, we discuss about karma yoga, we discuss about dhyana yoga, especially 4 yogas, and at the same time, we discuss about bhakti yoga. Narada Bhakti Sutra. Ramanuja was speaking about bhakti. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was speaking about bhakti. So bhakti is very much necessary. Love, devotion, surrender, these are necessary. Shraddhavana labhyata jnana. We need that shraddha. So now at the modern time, doctors are trained to treat their patients not by medicines only. Medication is necessary, but this love therapy, affection therapy, caring therapy, they should have. They should project themselves as a friend, as a mentor, as a father, as a mother. A nurse should behave like a mother, a doctor should behave like a father. That is the modern training of the doctors, because love is very much necessary. The food that is prepared by wife or sister in the family, it is delicious because it is prepared with care and love. Why old people are living in the old age home? Because they need love, they need care from anybody else, even not from the family members. Whoever will give them the caring love, affection, then they will become happy, because that is the inner necessity of a human existence. So when we speak of existence in the Western point, existentialism or existential phenomenology, in many terms we are discussing that existence is a concern of stress in the Western culture, only because that existence is not filled with ananda. That may be filled with Sat, that may be filled with knowledge of the Sat, but that is not filled with Ananda. They take existence as an accident. Here in Indian culture, we do not take existence as an accident. We accept existence as our prarabdha. This is a great technique of Indian culture. We accept our existence, the present existence, as the result of the prarabdha. Therefore, our mind is ready to accept the suffering of the past. Similarly, in Indian context, we are very optimistic because we take our existence with reference to the future destiny, that we are the maker of our future destiny. You see, 2 things. We are ready to accept the prarabdha. So the challenge of prarabdha is addressed. And we are so much optimistic that we believe that we are the maker of our future destiny. So freedom and determinism are reconciled here. Yes, we know we are determined by our past conditions, determinism. At the same time, we know that we are free to have the better possibility of our mind, better possibility of our life, better possibility of our future destiny. This is the possibility of a human mind in the Indian context. This is the definition of a man. In Odia, there is a saying, ଅଭାବରେ ସ୍ୱଭାବ ନଷ୍ଟ ନ ହେବା. That means, in English, how can we translate it? That we should not be disappointed for anything lacking, for anything that is missed, anything that we have not achieved. That means in the situation of in the bad time, husband and wife should not quarrel. Suppose they have become poor, or any incident took place, the service of the husband was put in trouble. At that time, they should smile. They should live as it is. Abhave swabhava nashto no hova. And that swabhava is also discussed in Bhagavad Gita. There is a freedom that you should act according to your sadharma. That means whatever is your swabhava, that should not be concealed. That should not be influenced by others. So dharma is the shrestha dharma. That means paradharma is bhayabha. That means you may die doing your sadharma, but that is the shrestha, that is the shreya, that is the best pursuit of your life. So you follow your sadharma. That means you follow yourself, follow your swabhava, follow your natural tendency, follow your natural flow of thoughts, follow your natural flow of feelings, and you do your sadharma only. This chance is there in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita does not instruct us follow Lord Krishna or follow the scripture of Bhagavad Gita blindly. Read Bhagavad Gita, know your swabhava, and do according to your sadharma. And don't be biased by the instruction of this teacher also. You reflect upon yourself. You think about good and bad, think about truth and falsity, and you do act accordingly. So whenever there is jnana, in jnana also there is romanticism. What we were discussing about Advaita Vedanta, Shankara as a romantic philosopher. In jnana also there is romanticism, because in jnana we not only become cognitive, we become also happy. You see, mathematicians will explain it better. There is a very difficult sum, and the mathematician is getting trouble to solve it. But once it is solved, he becomes happy. Similarly, suppose we fail to understand Maya, and we are distressed. The moment you understand Maya, the limitation of Maya, and you have a self-realization, you will feel happy. You will feel Ananda. So Sat and Chit are automatically connected with Ananda. So knowledge is culminated with Ananda. The highest knowledge gives Ananda, means Mukhya. Knowledge, Sa Vidya Ja Vimukta. That freedom is Ananda. When you are free, when your knowledge made you free, that is a state of Ananda only. And we all experience it. Similarly, in karma, there is romanticism. That is niskama karma. Whenever we are doing something for any purpose, whenever you are serving for any selfish purpose, anything else, that will not give you that joy, that Ananda. When you do some even a little service, but you do it with compassion, with a sense of detachment, with no attachment with your consequence, even the karta bhava, katrutva bhava, then that gives you ultimate Ananda. When a mother feeds the child, she never thinks that she is feeding. She is simply doing something for the child, and by that she is feeling happy. That feeling of happiness, even in every creation, even a scientist, even a philosopher, even an artist, any creation that is possible by Shraddha, by Ananda. So whenever we serve something, we do something without having any attachment for the consequence or any arrogance of our agency, katrutva bhava, that gives us a romantic feeling. That man can see fresh at every moment fresh looking, fresh experience, fresh realization, because he has no kamana, he has no selfish desire to do something. Niskama bhava. And this is a practice. We have to practice to know Maya and to go beyond Maya. We have to practice to do Niskama Karma. It is a daily practice. But these two things are not possible without the sense of devotion. Love for the finite is passion, and love for the infinite is devotion. We love, but we love for the finite things that are subject to change. We love for the infinite. That is a hell and heaven difference. When we love the infinite, the ultimate, the transcendental reality, that becomes devotion. So that is a difference between bhakti and prem. Bhakti and prem. In prem, what happens? There is a calculation. What you are and what I am, and we should remain parallel. Therefore, equal-minded people, they appreciate each other, love each other. But in bhakti, what happens? In bhakti, the bhakta always thinks that he is loyal. Husband will think that I am loyal to you because you are the mother of my son. Similarly, reciprocally, the mother will think, wife will think, I am loyal to you because I am the mother of your child. See, this sense of finding one, this is not inferior complexity. This is the egoless attitude that I am lower, you are higher. This is bhakti. This is romanticism. I am equal to you. Therefore, I hate. I hate those who are lower in caste or lower in color or lower in economy. That is happening in our society. No. So there is a difference between prem and bhakti. So we should have, in that sense, we say sense of devotion. That is love for the infinite. The self that is in me, the self that is also within you. Therefore, I know that I should go beyond my ego. I should surrender my ego. So I am lower, you are higher. Similarly, the opposite party will say, I am lower and you are here. So the opposition will be collapsed. If everybody will say that I am lower and you are higher, this attitude will collapse the sense of opposition. And there will develop a sense of reconciliation and sense of transformation. So this the age of enlightenment and the age of Renaissance, they were speaking about rationality in the highest extreme form and freedom in the extreme form, and Romanticism synthesized rationalism and freedom, and it focused on imaginary aspect of her mind, transcendental aspect of a mind, subjective aspect of a mind, inner experience, philosophy as experiential wisdom, philosophy as perfection in life, philosophy as karma yoga, jnana yoga, and bhakti yoga. In that sense, man can live happily, and happiness is the ultimate goal of life. Whatever you have or have not, if you are ultimately happy, you are a happy person, you have no litigation, you have no agitation, you have no sense of a comparison, you have no complexity, either inferior or superior complexity, then you are a free man, you are a happy man, you are a romantic man, and that was Lord Krishna. That was Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna was able to mix with thousands of gopis. Why? Because he was not attached with anybody else. He was in himself. He was embodied. He was the embodiment of love and affection, compassion. So that should be our personality too. Therefore, I rejected psychological romanticism as attachment. I X means I have attachment with the X. I like my duty means I have attachment with the duty. That attachment is good, but that is not the ultimate sense of romanticism. There should be a sense of detachment in every form of attachment. And it is very easy. It is very simple. It is not such a very philosophical doctrine. So we should have an inner urge to go beyond empiricism towards mysticism. And mysticism is never experienced in the final culmination. It is a process, and we should like to be in the process. We should not wish to reach the climax, because after getting, therefore it is said tuptira abasada nahi. That means that satisfaction should not be exhausted. It is an ongoing process. So mysticism is never finally achieved or experienced. It is a process, it is a pursuit. It is a pursuit only. Our mind should go in that direction. Otherwise, it will be jammed, it will be covered, it will be limited by different regimes, man-made regimes, society-made regimes, religion-made regimes. So man should be free. Thank you. I just spoke extempore whatever I thought myself, whatever I reflected. So it may be discussed. Over to Dr. Rao. Dr. Rao.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Namaskar, everybody. I thought Dr. Maharana sir was there, but he was not there. He's not there. Anyway, I should first of all congratulate um, Dr. Pramod sir for his beautiful talk. And this is a talk which has come out of his heart. I don't think there was any, say, deliberate preparation for this talk, because I think he is always prepared. He is always ready, as Dr. Mahana also said. It was an instant uh, assignment, and he accepted. And so that's how, and that is romanticism. I think you are always free to talk and free to speak. So, and I think he was not say tense when the assignment is given. Rather, he had a feeling of joy that I was given the assignment. So that is romanticism, where you are free to accept something, and there is, don't feel the burden. Just go and deliver. Don't think what is going to happen. Don't think about what will be the consequences. You are given an assignment as a free bird. You are a thinking being. You are doing things. So just go and deliver. So that is the freeness. That is the joy in you that makes you to go forward. Otherwise, many of us will think, well, I'm given the assignment, how it will go, what people will think. I am not prepared at the last moment. How can I face people asking questions? So that is not romanticism, because you have a preparatory text and you speak on. But this is romanticism in a sense where he is prepared every time. So that's how I see romanticism. What Professor Das said, and he's always prepared for that, and that too in joy, that too in happiness. So that is romanticism, being prepared every moment, not being detached, not being carried away, feeling free like a bird to deliver things. So that is romanticism. Thank you so much, sir, for your beautiful talk. Well, we have with us people, many people we have with us. Today, let us start with Amita madam. Madam, namaskar, madam. Please, your
Namaste, namaste,
observations and
sir.
questions. Namaskar, madam.
Namaste,
Please.
sir. Yeah, I was thinking it will be from Western point of view, but it was very nice elucidation of Indian school of romanticism. It was very nice, and thank you, sir, because little bit inclined towards art, and therefore constantly romanticism is a forerunner in this that. And very interesting, which thing I find, the value of romanticism comes to you. I'm talking from Western point of view, especially German romanticism. And in contrast to that, you have dark romanticism. So dark romanticism enhances the beauty of romanticism era. And at the same time, romanticism, because romanticism is there, we can also understand what is dark romanticism. So this was very interesting from Indian philosophy point of view. I enjoyed it very much. And I also feel that Schelling and all these people, Schleiermacher, and they were all very much inclined towards romanticism, Rousseau, and there were Edgar Allan Poe and many others, Hawthorne, and these people were very much into dark romanticism, where sin and all kind of, because I was there in Louvre Museum, and my friend who is an actor and director of a theater, moving theater, he said that let us go to the wing because you can't see everything, and therefore we just selected a small part, and that was dark romanticism, and it was equally very very interesting. So both the aspects of Western, that is romanticism and dark romanticism, were covered in your talk from Indian philosophy point of view, which I enjoyed very much. Thank you, sir, so much. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Well, madam, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, we have with us Radhanath Behra. Sir, your observations, sir, and specific questions, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Rao. Thank you, Dr. Pramod Kumar Das, for enlightening us about romantic attitude towards life. After all, what is philosophy? One's attitude towards life. How we view our life from any standpoint. Now, the best is perhaps look at everything with love-flowed eyes. Love, not physical, not metaphysical, it may be spiritual or it may be romantic. So anything which has no basis in our day-to-day world, in our empirical world, the world of experience, that is romantic. And I am happy that you have rightly pointed out that achieving perfection in life is also the path of romanticism. I remember our mathematician and philosopher Leibniz used to say, although the world is not good, it is the best of all possible worlds. You look at the optimism of the man. This way, you love the world in spite of all the tragedies, imperfections, the Holocaust, the imbalance of human life, and so on and so forth. It is riddled with all types of suffering. Yet, Leibniz gives us the hope that this is the best of all possible worlds. Live in it, but not as a neglected human being, but as a romantic piece of human life. So, all these things, uh, you know about English poems, the poets, particularly romantic poets, Shelley, Keats, Byron, and so on. They passed through the agony of life, all of them. They led miserable lives, but they were optimistic. At the end of the tunnel, there would be bright light to regale them. So that is the sort of life we wish to live, not mired in tragedy, but free ourselves, move far above and see the gleam of light that is romantic life. Dr. Radhakrishnan used to advise us look far ahead, don't be short sighted. You are not to be guided by the street lamp, but by the distant star. So, hope, if it is filling your life with optimism, you become romantic. And most of our saints who even lived with very little of food and drink, even without shelter, in the forests, in the caves. They were romantic in their own way because they wanted to reach the goal of life, that is perfection. Lord Buddha was also a romantic because he was not satisfied with the things he passed through. The human life is full of sorrow. Life is sorrow. Sickness is sorrow. Death is sorrow. Therefore, the ideal human being should be he should be free from all the sorrows, extricate himself from all the bounds, become free, become exalted, and that is nirvana, that is Buddhism, the Buddhahood. So all these people, whether of the east or the west, they used to uh, structure their mind in a particular path, irrespective of the calamities they come across, and ultimately they could gain something which is desirable and which is not difficult to attain. I think remember one saying of John Dewey, the American philosopher. He said, the world is to be run by philosophers because they have little interest in the material success of life, in the outer trappings, to look beautiful or exalted or something romantic. That is not the life they wanted to lead because they have little or very little requirement. They can be engaged in physical labor because they are fit enough bodily, they can engage, and mentally they are detached. Therefore, they can contribute to the welfare, social, political, and economic welfare of the society, and world can become an extremely pleasant place to live in, to survive, and also to improve ourselves. So that if that is the sort of romantic vision we should have in mind. I am happy that Dr. Das so beautifully explained the fundamentals of romanticism, whether it is physical, either it is psychological or spiritual. In all the things, he aimed at perfection, and the method of enjoyment is through love, not physical, not psychological, but perhaps philosophical or spiritual. Thank you very much, Professor Rao, for giving me a scope. And instantly, I'm reminded of a few examples. I may be little less romantic in the vision of Dr. Das because I am bound by several factors to live in society, and I am perhaps incompetent to be free from all the social moorings, all the distractions, all the bindings of life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your observations. But one thing, there are no questions to. Kushum madam, please. Madam Kushum madam. Namaskar, madam.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, sir, for such a nice lecture. I want to know only two things, sir. Whether this lecture is based on your personal experience, okay. And other question is, sir, whether you believe in Buddhist methods of meditation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Then nothing to say. I am also in your way. So your lecture is too much touch to my heart and mind both. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you, madam. Thank you,
for
madam.
such a lecture based on your personal experience.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I am
madam.
from
Well,
Bodh Gaya. I am from Bodh Gaya. I am from Bodh Gaya, and
Yes, yes, ma'am.
my name is Kusum Kumari.
Yes, ma'am. You are invited. You are invited to our forum to deliver a talk,
Okay,
madam.
okay, 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 okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
thank you.
Uh,
Thank you so much.
one word, Madam Kumari, Madam. Because you said your name is Kumari, you remain eternally young, and that is the romance of life. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, we had only the observations, no the question part. Well, one thing comes to my mind. Romanticism, as Professor Das explained. Well, a question to him is as to how difficult or how easy it is on somebody's part to uh, to practice spiritual romanticism. Uh, how can one be in the path of that spiritual romanticism? Well, when you talk of physical romanticism or psychological romanticism, well, we think of, but how difficult it is to be in a discontinuous joy. And what is that discontinuous joy? Is that possible? I don't know how to explain that, how to have that feeling. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. It is very simple. The first step is uh, you should have fix your goal to be happy. This is the first point. Whatever you are doing, you should think whether ultimately my conscience, my heart, and my mind can accept it or not. Number one, for that viveka is also necessary. I don't reject viveka. I don't reject rationalism. I am only simply talking in addition to your rationality, in addition to your scientific behavior. After all, you should conclude yourself with a happy moment, some joy. If that is missing in your life, in any endeavor, in any project, then that is a mechanical life. I have seen so much rich people, they commit suicide, they are unhappy, their family, wife and husband are divorced. What is the meaning of that material prosperity? That what is the meaning of that intersolation? Even I am doing, we all three people are organizing this webinar. But in the course of organizing webinars, if we shall quarrel with each other, if we shall expose our ego over each other, we shall have quarrel with the guests, the speakers, and we shall have a sense of arrogance, then it is not romanticism. We should enjoy every webinar session as a fresh webinar session. I have taken that from Buddhism, as Madam said. This is the beautiful method of meditation because you don't engage your mind in the past things. What Dr. Rao told me yesterday, I should forget it if I really love Dr. Rao. And I should not have any expectation from Dr. Rao in future. In future also, I should learn to give only, to give, to give. Those who give, they are devata. Devata means those who give. So our nature should be God-like, should be devata-like, because we should learn how mother gives only to the child. Mother does not expect anything for the cost of her milk. Simply gives. She cares for the child for nothing, for no expectation. That is karma yoga. That is niskama karma. So when you will be engaged with niskama karma, which is well discussed in Bhagavad Gita, just practice it. Then you will start learning and experiencing the joy in even in a very little work. Suppose you spoke something ill, just beg pardon, just tell sorry, please excuse me. By saying that, you don't become yourself lower, you become the higher, because you are free from that chain. You are free from enmity. So the beautiful verse what I have quoted from Bhagavad Gita chapter 6 verse 5, myself is my enemy and myself is my friend. If I love Dr. Rao, I really don't love Dr. Rao, I love myself. If I am quarreling with Dr. Rao, I don't quarrel with Dr. Rao, I quarrel with myself. So I should be with myself at the present moment. I should be present in the present. I should not be absent in the present. That being present in present is the starting point of romanticism. Otherwise, you are a boring person. You are boring and you shall make others boring. Whenever you talk something, whenever you do something, even your presence will be boring. You see, when we go by bus, we do not know the co-passenger, but the vibration comes either positive or negative. How? Because the thought vibes are, if the thought vibes are negative of your co-passenger, you will be disturbed automatically without any communication. If that co-passenger is a saint, is a good man, honest man, and he has a good vibration, that will vibrate you in a positive way. So that is called satsanga. We should have satsanga in our family too. Satsanga between husband and wife, satsanga between parents and children, satsanga between colleagues, satsanga between we very few people, but we should have that satsanga among each other. We should enjoy each other. Your presence will make me happy. Your speech will make me happy. Your service will make me happy. And in return, I shall be obliged to you. I should have an attitude of gratitude. That is the secret of being happy. Otherwise, you will hold your ego and your criticisms, and you will make your confinement a very sad confinement. That's not good. Sir, did you get my point?
Well, I'll come back to you, sir. I'll come back to you again. Let us take Kamala Madam, Kamala Srinivas Madam. She wants to say something. Let us go to her and then we come back.
Thank
Yes,
you,
Kamala
Professor
Madam.
Rao. Yeah, thank you,
Namaskar,
Professor Rao.
madam.
Good
Namaskar.
evening to everyone. Namaskar. Uh, Professor Dash, you have been excellent in your presentation, though I joined towards the end of your talk, but I think so I got the crux of it and what you wanted to say. In fact, my expectations was that we need to understand or talk about more from the Indian perspective, and you very well brought out that in your presentation. And I also appreciate the observation mentioned by Professor Rao towards the end of your talk, saying that how spontaneous you are. In fact, the entire movement of Romanticism, whether it is Indian or Western, we all know that Romanticism is to do with spontaneity, is to do with creativity. And my question to your talk is that this spontaneity and creativity is what we are missing today, and that is where how to address this genuine worth of an individual. So what is the genuine worth of an individual and how to address it? How can this movement probably answer this question? Can you highlight that, please?
Thank you, madam. Spontaneity and creativity is missing today, are lost today, because we do not give our mind that scope to glow and grow. We make our mind to be occupied with our preconceived thoughts, our understanding. We do not become critical. We do not accept criticism. We do not accept the other's view. We do not accept what we dislike. We do not accept our enemies. We understand somebody is your enemy, or some view is not up to my understanding or up to my likeness. We do not cope with that. That is how we make our understanding confined to our own understanding only. That should not be. Be free. Don't possess any thought. Don't become the owner of any thought. Don't be happy or unhappy with any thought. Feel relaxed. So that acceptance will make you creative. Therefore, I told, perhaps you were absent. The romanticism starts from the imaginative aspect of a human mind. Just close, put up your lights, remain silent. Sometimes you find yourself remain silent, alone, loneliness. That is not bad, madam. Sometimes you should make yourself free from, physically free from your family members, free from your family obligations, social obligations. That we call meditation. But I am not talking about meditation. Simply free. Even don't do meditation. Be free from meditation. Just have some free moments. Sit on your balcony or any place, even on your bed also. You just imagine what can be, what may be. Just imagine. That may be worthless, but you just keep your mind free space to fly. And you should widen that space of freedom. Of that mind can flow freely. As we give free space to children to move freely. Therefore, we prefer ground floor. We prefer garden, maybe besides our apartment. That our children should move freely. Therefore, our mind should move freely. Why we are tortured? Why we are not creative? Because we are more disciplined. We are following the order. We want to be an orderly person. We want to follow the format. We don't think out of the box. We don't try to become to transcend the format. So how can we can become creative? All creative thinkers, they have thought out of the box, and that comes from the imaginative mind, from the intuitive mind, not from the follower mind. Okay, so that is the point. So scientific experiment is necessary, so we cannot reject science. Conceptual clarification or analysis is necessary, so we cannot reject rationalism. But what is the purpose? Why you are doing all these things? Why you are working hard in your family to earn money from morning 8 to night 8? What is the purpose if you are not happy in your family? If there is no family harmony? So life becomes purposeless if we ultimately do not convert all the endeavors into happiness. That is the goal of life. So every night when we are going to bed, we should end the journey of that day with happiness. Forgive, excuse all. If I have done something wrong, get pardon, beg pardon, beg pardon and get pardon. Then matter is over. Matter is solved. Don't put your matters pending for tomorrow. Or tomorrow we shall see. Tomorrow we shall negotiate. Tomorrow we shall make friendship. No, matter is over. I feel sorry. Therefore I told Bhakti means you are lower and he is higher. Bhakti. Prema means we are parallel. Don't make yourself parallel with anybody else. Always admit that you are lower. Similarly, the other party may or may not think that he or she is lower. This is his or her problem. But I have to flourish. I have to become mature. How can I become mature? Madam, you see, how is it possible to continue 500 webinars without fail and every Sunday? How is it possible? How today only the talk was cancelled. I came to know at 10 a.m. and I have no preparation. I just make a skeleton of the talk. Oh, I want to say this much. And I spoke. Why? Because I love to speak. Because I mean what I speak. Because I speak to myself. I speak and I enjoy it. I understand it. And that is romanticism. Okay, how many people are present does not matter. It is recorded and it will be uploaded in YouTube today or tomorrow or next day tomorrow. Many people will may or may not view it. It is their problem. But now I am enjoying it as the mother enjoys when she feeds the child. Just compare the work. This is the difference between a worker and a joker. If you are not enjoying what you are doing, you are a joker. You are joking to yourself. Real worker is he. He may be a doctor, he may be a sweeper. If he is enjoying his action, he is a karma yogi. He is an niskama karmi because he has no sense of expectation. This much, madam. And this is very much personal. This is very much individual. Your romanticism is only understood by yourself. Nobody can, and even not your husband, even
True.
not your child,
True. It's
can
very
understand,
subjective.
cannot
Yeah.
understand your romanticism, the
Correct. Correct. It's very
depth
subjective.
of your
Yeah.
romanticism.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
giving
True.
an example. Suppose you are preparing pakodi for your husband or any dosa for your husband. You imagine it. I am preparing this in this way and he will take it, he will become happy, he will save me this way, he will appreciate it, but he will do nothing. You just gave, he took it, and he became engaged with his work. But if you are really romantic, you should enjoy while he is eating, not expecting what you had expected. This is the test. So romantic philosophers are always put in test, in examination. God always put them into test. If you claim that you are romantic, then He will put you in a difficult situation. Then you have to prove yourself. Now, yes, I am romantic. Even if he or she has done a mistake, I shall excuse him or she because I am romantic. I don't make my mind upset. I am the good friend of my mind myself. In that way, we should become selfish to take care of our mind. Thank you, madam.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir. Thank you. Yeah. The power of pause, what I got from your answer is this, that everyone needs to practice this power of pause. So we need to take a pause. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. By making pause, you are creating the space. Otherwise, you can't move.
That's true. True. Yeah.
True.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir, for your response. Well, Chandra madam wants to say something. Chandra madam, is she there? Yes. Namaskar, madam.
Namaskar, Pramod Babu. But no, I am not saying anything. I was just giving the my comments. It was very good lecture. I really liked it. You brought the acceptance. The accept and surrender, and which in West also they practice that. So it's not only in our Hindu religion, but it seems like more and more they are doing Buddhist and Hindu Gita thing, accept and surrender. That's what. No, very, very nice. I'm glad I joined it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Well, one thing that we could clearly assert is that we do live in a world that has conditional tags, but we need to learn how to be unconditionally free. That
Mm.
is what matters. You need to be totally free from any sort of conditions. You are forced to conditions. Every moment is a moment of condition, but you have to break that condition to be unconditionally free. It is only then you can move to that sphere of romanticism that Professor Das is speaking of. Otherwise, every moment you are in chains. Every moment, I say, every moment you are in chains. So you need to be unconditionally free. So that is the state of mind that you need to elevate. If you are able to elevate to that, well, what you said, the acceptance do to some extent that also help. But you keep your mind to that state where you feel there is no condition, whatsoever the condition may be, that cannot put me in chains. I have an elevation to that extent, but that is not that easy. It needs a lot of practice. It needs a lot of culturing from inside. Well, it is not impossible, but
Dr. Rao,
yes.
just now what you said, I am giving very two examples very briefly. My student is here, Pragya, from my college. Whenever I take class, she is a witness here. She knows. Whenever I take in the my class, I never tell lie. I am admitting, I am confessing. The way I spoke here in this webinar session, in that way I take my classes with my students, and I feel happy by looking at the student's face, smiling face at the end of the class. Not only the end of the class, in the course of classes also, the way I give examples and I understand their body language, so many things. So that means I don't teach because I am paid, because I am doing, because I am a lecturer, or because I am paid by the government. I take that class very seriously in a very romantic sense, and I enjoy that. Similarly, I am giving another example. So far as the principal is concerned, so far as the teachers are concerned, principal will call X, please meet me in the chamber. I have seen people throwing everything, file and leaving the classroom. They will start their bike and rush towards the principal's chamber because principal is calling. But when principal calls me, and I am in the classroom, I just ask principal, sir, I am taking the class. Should I go now or after my class I shall meet you? And the voice comes to me, after your class you come. So this is the difference. I can speak to my principal this way because I am romantic. Because I know if principal is a good human being, he will never allow me to leave my class and to meet him. If that matter is so urgent, suppose there is a case about a matter of discipline matter, then I should go. But I always dare to ask, should I go leaving my class now or I shall meet you after this class? He has never said that just come to me neglecting your students. This is the power of romanticism. That means be truthful to your class, be truthful to your authority, be truthful to your assignments, even be truthful to your cooking when you are doing very small works. Just sweeping the room, sweep it meticulously. Don't leave the dust behind you. Do it when we are washing the dish. Do it very perfectly. So I don't take the big jobs to prove myself romantic. Do very small things and do it very beautifully, so that everybody will, not only you will enjoy, you will make others enjoyable or joyful. Thank you, Dr. Rao. Please come.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We have with us Ramani madam and also Rabindra Janna, sir. Maybe he's Rabindra Janna. Shravani madam, please. Anything. Namaskar, madam.
Namaskar, sir. Thank you very much for giving me scope to say something about this topic, because before this topic, I consulted Pramod sir for one type of problem in our community, and that time he told me that you just wait and attend my class. Actually, I got this some of the points from this class, that I have learned so many things, and it's a very good topic to nurture our mind in different situations, and extract happiness out of our actions, feelings, not to overthink about others' actions. If I am confident that I am doing well and I am doing something good for the society, something good for others, anybody in this society or anybody who is nearer to me, then I should be least concerned about what others are telling about it. I just think and forget, not to forget, but don't, I must not overthink about it, but I shall do my duty. And with many more things that there requires some balance balance to between our emotions and what we are dealing in with different types of people in the society, different types of people in my job areas, so many things that I must nurture my mind to accept all those negatives, positives, and I must do as per my mind, and I must nurture it, that accept all situations, and I should work as per my intellect, what is good, that I must do it. Sir, thanks a lot that you have given me that scope, and you have taken this session in a very good way, that is romantic philosophy. It's very good, and it's a very excellent topic, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, madam, please, I shall speak only one sentence. Just
Sir.
you see, when you find problems in society, in your community, or in your family, scientifically we can say that it can be solved um, by certain scientific arrangements.
Yes,
Number, and the another possibility is that by conceptual understanding, by discussion. But so far as romanticism is concerned, I shall say, if you really love God, if you really believe in God, no problem will touch you. All your problems will be solved without waiting for conceptual understanding and scientific arrangements. You just wait, you just experience it, and for that, you should have that romantic mind, because
sir,
we
sir,
all claim that we love God, we are bhakta, but to become a real bhakta, you will see all your problems will be solved without your interference. You will
sir,
not do anything; your problems will be solved. This may appear to be mystical. This may be appear to be more subjective, but I say yes, it is subjective. I say yes, it is personal. I say
sir, sir.
yes, it is mystical. But that is the
Yeah,
reality that happens, because man cannot solve all his or her problems by scientific way or by conceptual understanding.
sir,
Okay,
sir,
so yes,
sir,
that is a separate flavor. Those who have tested that flavor, they can understand it. How
sir, sir,
cosmic force takes care of our problems.
sir,
Thank you.
sir. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, namaskar.
Yes, that
Rabindra
flavor
Pradhan.
Professor Das might have enjoyed because he stays just opposite to Lord Jagannath. Huh? So every morning he might be having the taste of that flavor, of that divine flavor he might be having. Thank you so much, sir. Well, we have with us Rabindra Pradhan, sir. Well, yes, you are correct.
Sir, Namaskar. Am I audible?
Yes, audible.
Yes, let me first extending my gratitude to sir. So my I have a small question regarding you talked about um, speech that in a relation we should one should submissive before her or his partner uh, to love. But even if in wrong cases also, if this is the case, I think it may increase in my partner the ego sense. If I always submissive or praiseworthy everything of my partner because my romanticism, because I am in a romantic mood, then what about criticism? Because in philosophy, as I know, a best critic is the best friend of a philosopher. So I need that clarification, sir, please.
Partner means your wife. Are you married?
Yes, I am married, but I am talking about my friend also, not my wife only, exclusively. Any kind of
Why?
my partner.
Any partner. Okay. So the best partner is wife. So she lives with you more intimately and very personally. So this is the problem. Therefore, I discussed about biological romanticism and psychological romanticism. As a philosophy teacher, you should understand the spiritual romanticism. I am giving an example. Many times, even I am misunderstood. Suppose my wife will speak something, but what I am not. Many times it happens. Many times you will be misunderstood for nothing. But if you know that you are truthful and you are not that, you stick to that without expecting anybody's appreciation or anybody's criticism. That is called to love myself. Even the wife is the second party who will appreciate you as per her education, as per her attachment with you. That is a secondary thing. But at least you love yourself. You know that you what you are, and you continue that. You will see the end. Not only your wife, all the partners of the world, entire community, everybody will be attracted towards you. That was the image of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna was doing nothing. He was just musing his flute. That was enough because that was a selfless noise. So your love should be selfless. So when you are talking about your wife, you give her a big image, ideal image that my wife is the goddess, my wife is so and so. Even if she is not like that, you will see it will have a good impact. You know what is the problem in parenting? Nowadays, parents are not interested in the real transformation of the children. They are comparing their children with the children of a neighbor. That you should secure 90-80%. This is not romanticism with the children. Romanticism means you should appreciate the little achievement of your child. Similarly, you start appreciating the little service of your wife. She is a man, she is not anything else. And man needs love, man needs caring. You just do it. One day she will say, you are the best husband or you are the best friend. A friend will say, you are the best friend. Wife will say, you are the best husband. Child will say, you are the best father. But why it is not possible? Because we are always in the competitive mode that I am husband, I am so and so, so I should win. You are a worthless lady. You are not able to. You are not parallel to me. I don't have this type of sentiment because the family life will be spoiled. So if you are tortured, I think that we all are tortured because we do not we do not reach our expectation. If that happens, you just love yourself. By loving yourself, you cannot hate anybody. By loving yourself, you cannot do anything bad for anybody. So everybody will be attracted. Not only human beings, dogs, birds, nature, even plants, everything, even the cosmos will be attracted towards you. What just I told to Sabani madam, that a hidden force, a cosmic force will take care of you when you start loving the whole nature, including your wife and children. Suppose you have respect for an woman, any woman. You see, being an woman, your wife will start loving you because you have respect for a woman. This is the secret. Suppose you want that your wife will pay respect to you, and she will pay respect when she will see you respect other women. This is the secret. Okay. So try to live this way of life. Very simple. There is no such. For that you don't need to be rich person. This is an escape also. If you are not rich, you can follow this technique to live a happy life. What cannot be possible by having crores of rupees in bank. This is my submission.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. To this, something I wish to add. Well, if that relationship is with your wife and you are the husband, be a Hastawa band. Husband is Hastawa band. Keep on smiling. Keep smiling. It's not that you will not be critical. It's not that you don't fight. But if I go with the lines of Bhagavad Gita, three important lines will give an answer, whether it is your wife or any friend or whosoever it may be. You need to fight, but fight without anger. That is the message of Bhagavad Gita. You fight, but don't fight with anger. Number one, you love. It may be your wife or friend, whoever it may be, but don't carry the emotion. Love without emotion. Number three, you do your duty to the best of its possibilities, but don't be attached. So three lines from Bhagavad Gita will help you to solve all life problems. Fight, but don't have that anger in that fight. Love your wife or whosoever, but don't carry that emotional aspect and carry on your duty without a sense of attachment. So I think that would help. I think. Thank you so much. Well,
Yes.
today, one more thing. Today is Women's Day. In the
Oh,
status,
acha.
today's Women's Day.
Okay.
Happy
Oh,
Women's
yes.
Day to. Sorry, it is Mother's Day. Sorry, it is Mother's Day.
Mother's
Sorry,
Day.
Mother's Day. It
Yes.
is
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Mother's Day. It
Mother's
is
Day.
Mother's Day.
Yes.
It is
Uh,
Mother's Day. One status today was so beautiful. I thought I don't know how to define it. It said, "I congratulate all fathers because of whom the Mother's Day could be possible. I congratulate all fathers because of whom Mother's Day could be possible." Somebody said it is again a patriarchal domination. Okay, but I said, no, it is not patriarchal domination. Why don't you say there will be a Father's Day someday where you are a
Sir,
father because somebody was a mother. So why don't you take
sir,
that? That is romanticism. That is the spirit of
sir,
romanticism.
sir, objection.
No, the
Objection,
other
sir.
no, other way around also I said. Other way around also said. The someday
You are
Father's Day will
father,
come and you are a father because
sir,
somebody is a mother. So respect to both
sir,
the sexes.
sir, you
Yes,
are
madam.
father because I am mother.
Yes.
Sir,
that
I
that
have made you father. Sir,
yes.
I have made you father.
Sir and madam, I
I have a
therefore,
simple observation.
Hmm.
Mahatma
Without,
Gandhi said,
without, without my existence, you can't be a father, sir.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. I said, but I
sorry,
say both
repeat.
the ways. I say both the ways. Father is not a father without a
Okay,
mother, and mother is not a mother without a father. Both are required. I
okay, sir.
respect both the things. What I said in my response is, someday Father's Day will also come. We congratulate mothers on that day because of the mother. You are a father, and your day is celebrated. So there should be reciprocity both the sides. That is romanticism.
therefore, Dr. Rao, I have also said that when the mother is saying, mother should say, in bhakti, I explained what is bhakti and how it is different from prem. In bhakti, one party should think he or she is lower and the other party is higher, and this is reciprocal. So a mother should feel obliged, saying that I am a mother for because you are my husband. Similarly, with the similar tone, husband should say, I am husband because you are wife. But that means
That
I
is
am loyal.
reciprocity. Yes.
That is
That
reciprocal.
that is
So
yes.
that
That is
is called
reciprocity, and that
that
is
is
romanticism.
bhakti. Rabindra sir said, just one sentence I shall say. If somebody's wife is not so romantic, not so understanding by nature, and she is not cooperating, in that case, the male partner should take basically philosophy teachers as husbands. They should take it as a challenge, like a hero, that yes, you will love me one day. So this is a life process. So when that lady will start loving who did not know how to love, how to respect, that is the great success in case of a man, and it is also reciprocal. Similarly, the husband is not cooperative, husband is not so interesting. The wife should take it also as a challenge. Yes, you will love me, and that is the culmination of life. We should not contest it with the neighbor's wife or any having any extramarital relationship. No, that lady will love me, that man will love me. We have to wait for that, and we have to surrender to that cause, and God will help. Therefore we say marriages are made in heaven. This is the meaning. Marriages are made in heaven. So beyond our efforts also, there is a cosmic effort to make us happy. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Well, I thank Professor Pramod Kumar Das for being so sudden in his approach in accepting this talk, and beautifully he delivered his talk. And I thank all the question raisers who participated in this webinar. To make this webinar more complete, many questions were raised. And towards the end, on the question of Mother's Day, also, we reciprocated that both the sexes are to be respected. And that is how the life has to move. And it is not just about sexes, it is about human beings. We need to respect each other with all sense of love, with all sense of humility. And that is where life gets elevated to a different level, and you feel your presence within, and you are not carried away by what others do, what others think, because you are into your own self. You are just investing into your own self, and you are busy in your own way, and not hurting anybody. Always conscious about your acts and thinkings, feelings. So that is how you keep your mind focused, and that is where you get to be something unconditional, because nothing outside actually harms or hurts you. So that is the way if you lead, and maybe the joy in such a life is something different. Maybe some may feel you are disconnected. It's not actually so. You are very much in the world, but you are in your own world, being connected to the world, at the same time disconnected from the world, being into your own personal life, personal world inside. And that is where you are unconditionally free, and that makes you so much romantic person in your life, in dealing with family, friends, society, everyone else. So that is how the message of Professor Das could make sense to all of us today. And thank you so much for your very beautiful talk and the discussion that followed. I thank Kushum Madam. I thank Radhanath Bera Sir. I thank all others, even Srinivas Madam, Kamala Srinivas Madam. Chandra Madam, and all others who raised Sramani Madam, who raised beautiful questions, and Rabindra sir also toward the end, who raised beautiful questions and were very much discussed beautifully. Thank you so much for making this evening so good, so well. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Meet you again. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you.
With this.